Hey, shalom, shalom. Shalom. I'll make sure everything running smooth. If anybody on the comment board could say this song, everything on point, Baba Pusha. Right. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praises. I don't know, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. The one and see the elders and the apostles of great ministry who know well. Salutation to the Yakia pushing his truth in sincerity to the four corners of the earth, to the courts who is learning, being obedient to the husband, brother Howard from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp. Back on and listen to the spirit and power Yahweh Shai, dream and testimony. Because everything is to feed the flock of Yahweh Shai, most important, because as a part of the ministry, as coming into the truth, as a man of the Lord, the journey Lord send me through, and just wake up from a dream where like farming now start in a sense where everybody searching for answers. The dream feel like we were stopped preaching. We wasn't on the highways and byways. It have a lot of churches and tents. They building up. They're building up a house got tents and having services and a lot of Christianity and a lot of idol worship. And I was like walking through the village, and she walking through the village of an aunt who strictly on Jesus. She love for Jesus, and and she does love that name, because I tell them about I break down the revelation, and the picture of Yahweh Hashem Shai, is a black man, was so-called black, but different shades of brown, so I bring out the depiction of Yahweh Hashem Shai, and I show that the true living power. So she was in my dream, my aunt was in my dream, and while I walk in, she was telling me, we are the end, we are the end, the Lord coming. So I was like, yeah, I know we in the end. I know in the end. I was preaching this, that, only coming but and the Baba Kusha at the time my song good, the song everything running smooth. So I was telling her that I know everything running. I know the will coming time. I know the will coming time. Because I've been preaching this a long time, and or they keep on calling upon our name Jesus, which have no power. So in a dream, just now they can now wake up from the dream, and since yesterday I say as well, we wanna be live on it, because like exactly do a live on his testimony and on the plague of the mind, and that I had, the Lord gave me it, the Lord made me go through that plague of the mind. So the Lord wake me up from my dream, and to the spirit, I was like, I had to bring my testimony also, so going back to the dream, I don't want to stray too much. Yeah, so me and she was like walking, I was walking, coming to the apartment while I live in here, and while walking, I tell her, she I say, I say if you don't feel like I if you feel like lying, the Lord will make we see a chariot. The Lord will the Lord will reveal all the chariots, and I was like talking in a way that whenever a chariot appear, she will see it, not now, but in due time she might see it in the night, or she might see a fleet, so I let she know, I said, and the Lord will make she see it in she own time, and while me and she walking through the street, it was a chariot flying broad daylight, a nice saucer, flying, and it's riding, and then, I was like, hey, look at chariot. And she and all was in the shop. She was like, yeah, look at chariot. I said, yeah, that is the angels of the Lord, and within the dream, it's like, instead of seeing more chariots that appear and started to fly right next to us and all these things in the dream, and I fly off from that dream, and when I wake up feeling good in the spirit that, because this is not the first time I got a dream that the chariot come down and low down close to me, and I get a dream some years back that it was a big celebration of the Elamites Diwali in Trinidad, and I was like walking through the streets, and I tell them, I say, for the feel of the power is, or the gods, Salakia, or the gods, which is no gods, have power, we see what the kind of, you feel in the presence of all the Shiva and all the other idol gods. You feel in the presence, it on the people itself. And I say, well, let me see what power it have. I say, this isn't my God, and I call upon Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. I say, this is my power, and I call upon the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. That chariot reached down, a big chariot, big like, about 3-4, like a lot of land, 3-4 lot of land. They cover in the space of about 3-4 lot of land, and they come down, and all the street was empty. So the Lord gave me a lot of dreams, a lot of faith boosters. Even my testimony where I'm starting now, the journey, with the Lord, maybe when you play God in mind, and, to end up to meeting brothers in Great Millstone, and end up, preaching, coming off a play God in mind like a day or two, so jumping on into the testimony. So as a fisherman, walking in the sea and stuff, had a little altercation with family relatives, and I was a little stiff-necked one, never really used to take heed. I really grew up with no parents. Mom died when I was 7. Father wasn't around since I was all 3. So just brothers and sisters and foes, auntie and uncle, and never really had no grandparents. My father said my grandmother, she died some months after. So I never really grew up with love in a sense where, you're always getting, like in a family, and a full of around foes, they always love one the most, like, that one who intelligent, put it into the foolishness of the soul, like education wise, and I didn't really care about the education too much. I was more, studying sports like football, whatever it is. So they was never really pay me no mind. So I always never feel that love from family, and so I also always keep myself separate and to me. And so growing up, I never really care about no one really, and just and I know that it's the Lord. I believe that it's the Lord, and I always had a fear that if I do anything wrong, the Lord watching me. I got in, my family kept me in Catholic, the Catholic church, the Christian church, and I'm getting locked up in 2010, for an incident where my cousin and I fighting, and I'm jumping in our system. I come and get caught up with that thing when I was 18 years, and come and do 4 months in jail. And through all that now, all my journey are going through, started be a pusher, started sell drugs, started do things, started, well, a lot of things I started do as a youth, young growing up, nobody life, the Lord make me went through a lot. At a point of time where the Coast Guard, police, helicopter, all these things was looking for us, for my robbery. When my cousin put on, I was also there. And I now come out of jail to thinking if they jump in the truck, anybody the vehicle where they snatch it and jump in, or not to go. Because day after they jump in the truck, they don't go in the sea on a boat, and so all these things I went through, a lot of movies. So going to the starting of my journey is when days like a day I was feeling like real heavy, every morning, feeling heavy, like feeling these presence of demons, a lot of demons. I'm feeling like not myself, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and within feeling uncomfortable, I was like the Lord trying to reach to me. I was like, the Lord trying to reach to me, but I ain't getting the connection. There's a lot of demons coming and attacking, and it's like the Lord didn't want nobody to be around me. I had my twin girls and my Eve. Like the Lord and making His praise them jump on me. So I was like, sort of fight off these demons and trying to fight off these demons taking control of my vessel, where I could not control myself. And I get rid of Eve, and the children that I'm going to buy she mother and staying. She and the twins, and I'm going to buy the mother and staying. So I alone now, and I was the starting of my journey. That was 2018, where the Lord now, came to me, but he sent His Spirit on the left hand side first to attack me. So I was like seeking the Lord more for protection, but I calling upon on I never really believe in that Jesus, because at that time, and I don't remember back is when the Lord sent a spirit on the left hand side when I was walking on a shore. I was walking on a boat where I was lying down, and a spirit on the left hand side come over me. And when I was between sleep and wake, so when I wake up and I see the spirit over me watching me. So right time I go to fly up, the spirit hold me down. So when the spirit hold me down, I started to call upon Jesus, Jesus, call upon him, and I realized like why call upon him and still feeling like the spirit holding me down and choking me, and I can't breathe, and like lightning striking my body, striking me, and like I just feel like I just get more strike, I like a stroke, and like I can't breathe, like it's a spiritual blow again, and it's like I can't breathe. I was like and fighting, and then I realized like, hey, this Jesus never no power in it. So I end up turning, and when I turn, and I'm calling on the captain, and then the spirit come over the captain to show that, hey, the captain, don't tell the captain can save you. And then after, like, I burst out of that hole. So when I burst out of the hole now, from the spirit holding me down. But after that, it's another experience of spirit on the left hand side coming in my room. When I walk in, I see them like running into the corner of the room, the dark spot is, and like sleeping, feeling thing, pulling my foot to come off the bed, all this stuff. And I was like, why are these things happening to me? So going back to when I never the spirits them started coming onto my hand, started holding me down and all this stuff. And the Lord and I'm making them get giving them that access to really, like what could say, control me in a sense where I know to myself like a day, but it's like another day. And I'll get rid of I started to see spirits. So I started to get rid of my wife and my kids, send them up by them one. But my family actually do that. And they wanted them to come in one. But I run away from home day. And I say, boy, them want to kill me, them my family want to kill me. I feel like everybody want to kill me. Like the world itself, human, everybody like they on me. Like I is the main target. So I just flee from by me and come with my cousin who living by himself, and still I'll live there because I find too much of spirits down here. I'm a family in the village and valley. So I go on to the next sea village, next door, next by a little distance, about a 10 minutes drive. So going down in that village with my cousin living, and so that, well, I had to make my income as a fisherman, so I go on making that little sea tide. So while making my sea tide, I was on the bow. I was on the bow of the boat watching down, because that was my hook. I was on the bow watching down to see how much fish it was swimming in that school to put them in the net. It's like we circling fish with the net. And, every about 7 men coming and pulling in net. And again, a volume of fish living, as land scene. So while on the bow watching down for fish, same time the moon dawning, as the moon touched as the moon touched the level of the water to go down, at the same time when the Lord came to me and sent me in a vision. And when the Lord sent me in a vision, because I know to myself I was watching fish, and just all of a sudden, because all I'm time into, again, plague on the mind, and was seeing spirits, I ain't being myself sometimes, again, up in the middle of the night, and just feeling uncomfortable, feeling cool. So all these things, I won't go down too much into details. I want to make this short, but it's long, but short. And I went through a lot through that time, keep on getting plague on the mind, where spirits coming and attacking me, and, full-blown spirits, and when I watching down in the water, and the Lord ended up sending me to the vision, because I wasn't going through it. I wasn't going through a spiritual, journey. So under that, I see the Lord take me to the village where I was living back. And while in the village, I seen like bombs dropping, and the Lord started giving me visions like how I could have get put to death, in a sense where a lot of incidents happened to me where I could have be, get put to death, and He was there for me to deliver me. And then after He started showing me like images, I started seeing like images like with bodies, by the hundreds, by the thousands, by the millions, scatters, like, there's dead people, carcasses, the whole world, just desolate, like I don't know if I was in Babylon, but to me it's like Babylon, but I can't really remember the whole vision, but the whole place, like, it was just wasn't normal. It was like war and famine and pestilence. So a lot of people, they just die out. If it wasn't drum shot or what, but a lot of people was dead, and families, and everybody was just dead. So when you take me to that vision, you actually show me more. I see tankers, I see a lot of things, but it was so fast. It had to happen in seconds. Where when I come back from the vision, it was seconds, because when I reached back, I was telling about watching now, and these men now calling me and telling me, hey, you seen them. So right there and then now, it's like a spray come on me, and I started preaching on the boat. But I wasn't calling upon Jesus. I was just preaching and saying, hey, the Lord coming. But the end up of the vision, the Lord I'm telling me, go and wake up my brothers. So I didn't really understand it, but at the end of the vision the Lord gave me, I was just walking on the boat, and I was preaching, and everybody started to get frightened. Like, what's going on with you? Like, are you going mad? And one of the man, it was like he kind of on the other side. He played clapping on that corner watching me. Like, I seen his spirits on him. Cause I seen like he realized, and he bowling, yes, Jesus loved me. So I watch him like, and he plays smiling. So I realized it was a spirit. So from there is when I get the first encounter when the Lord came to me and gave me the vision. And from there now, it was my journey start. Is where and I'm making a whole big scene on the boat, and they had to drop me up the road. They drop me up on the land. I just jump out of the boat halfway to the water. I don't feel the boat reach the land. I jump out of the water. I started walk towards the land. A good distance to where my cousin was living. So I now just walking, coming out of the beach. Walking, and while I walking, like the fear, was up upon me. So when I reach home, I go with my aunt and them, because our family relatives and all too, who same aunt who I get the dream earlier, who I was talking about, well, she know the Lord chariots, and she have seen chariots on the street. But she was a more spiritual person in my eyesight in that time. And, as being new and stuff, she always, in church and all this stuff. So I want to let you know that, hey, the Lord coming, and I'll get vision that, the Lord coming and real judgment coming upon the face of the earth. Before the Lord come, it's a lot of judgment, a lot of people going to be put to death. So I was like crying, real crying, and she was like calling upon Jesus. And I was like crying, telling her, hey, the Lord coming. But after that, I started to get like visions, real visions, and it was at night where a lot of spirits come and attack me. And when it attacked me, I was like, I was like feeling like everybody in my house who, because then I'm sending back down to the village I was with my brother where I'm living. I live with my cousin and going back down in the village where we have a lot of spirits, because a lot of Elamites down here, temple, the beginning of the village. And here is right over here, the same village. I live in the same village right now. So, brothers know how certain brothers who know the energy and the vibration down here give out. So, I come back down in the village, and on that coming down in the village, a lot of spiritual attacks attack me more and more. So I didn't know, I was like lying down and just saw like I hear like a bomb drop. And when I hear a bomb drop, I run outside, I start to see smoke. Once I see smoke now, I watch up in the sky seeing dog fight. But these things was just visions what I was seeing while I'm moving. And on that moving, my foes in my house started frightened, like, why seeing? Because them ain't seeing what I seeing. So I run down to the back, and while I run down to the back, I try to tell everybody, hey, or they run. Bombs dropping and tank, and it's like I just bug out, to a point where I end up, getting possessed, and I'm making them, come and take over my vessel, where I started to strip my clothes, and I started to run naked as I born. I can't really remember everything, but, just jumping on some of the things I could remember, but I know I was naked. So they call ambulance and they call the police. So it was about how much? About 8 of my cousins, come, some of them my age, some older, and they come and try and tell me, hey, put on your clothes, everybody getting frightened. And tell me, put on your clothes, but it wasn't really me. I was just, in a delusion, the Lord sent me in a vision where I seen like all hell breaking loose. So I was in a spirit of faith. And when the ambulance reached now, they couldn't hold me down. They tried to hold me down. The 6 of them tried to hold me down. And I was like feeling like, hey, all this is really the Lord, chosen. The war is really me. The war, like, I feel like the Lord chosen. I feel like the Lord dealing with me also. So like I coming back to my senses, and then after, it's like the spirit holding me down back. And I can't control myself. So when I try to hold them, I try to dodge them. I'm naked. I've been real, I was naked. And I try to dodge them, and 6 of them couldn't hold me down. 7 of them couldn't hold me down. And when they hold me down now, they came by the ambulance. It's like they had me up in the air, I was like facing up to the sky. And on that facing up in the sky, seeing the moon was bright, halfway out, and it's like I was feeling like I couldn't get put to death. I was feeling like I was gonna be that feeling like it's gonna be a matter, and you have like no other way else to escape. They don't hold you already. And when I reach in front of the ambulance, police arrive. So the police them come with they actually start to see demons on them. So they come at Elamite, say, well, hey, we're going with you, ting. Put your handcuff and shoe inside the ambulance thing. So they come now and they try to hold me down and try to put me in the ambulance. So the woman let me know, hey, if you relax yourself, and put on your clothes and come in the ambulance, they ain't gonna lock you up. So I didn't want to hear that. Nobody the Lord don't have spirits on me, so I fighting off the man in the ambulance, right? And my foes are fighting off, and then the police come out trying to handcuff me, so I'm fighting off the police also. So the police end up getting one handcuff on my left hand side, and I was like feeling like it's like an enchantment on the handcuff. It feeling like something like a burning my hand, burning my skin. So I was like, nah, they catching me here. So I started calling upon the Lord, like, Lord, you're gonna make them take me here. You're gonna make them take me here. So is that when my faith, to show the level of my faith was, it was weak. So I didn't have no strength really. The Lord showed me that, in that time and until now being in truth, the level of your faith gonna be when all hell break loose, even when you become a matter, even when that time come where all hell breaking loose, where your level of your faith gonna be your confidence, you believing in the truth. So my faith was weak at that time, and I didn't have the Lord name, and I was just calling upon I was calling him Father, So when I realized like I had no strength to, because like closing in the handcuff, and the more I was like, Lord, the more I humble myself and I started to speak to the Lord, it's like the can't close the handcuff about 5 or 6 of them trying to close in my hand, and I can't close it in. So I was like, like so strong, like in my mind, I was like, at time I meditated, like so strong that I show how the Lord gonna reach the best standard, and it's true because they couldn't even close in the handcuff in my hand, or 6 of them, and I wasn't feeling like I was putting no big strength. I was feeling like I was just relaxed back and just stiff and just telling them no and putting on one handcuff and going, ambulance. And it's when I realized like my mind started plaguing me. My mind started plaguing me, and I started to feel like, my feet started to get weak. And it's like at that moment, spirits, I started to see spirits, so I started to get frightened like on them now, on the police, and I started to see red eyes. And so within that now, they end up closing in my hand and the handcuff, and I'm going on my 2 hands, and they end up throwing me in the ambulance, and they inject me, so they inject me sleeping thing and whatever. So when I wake up, I end up waking up in the hospital. So when I wake up in the hospital, I end up escaping from the hospital. I end up fly because they want to put my head in some scanning, whatever it is. So when I wake up, I see my head like in a scanning. So I think, hey, they're going to cut off my head. I feel like they're going to prosecute me. So I said, I run to the hospital, dodge the security, and I realized that I quite in South at Trinidad, in one of the hospital in South, and I run down it's like a hill, a steep hill, but there's no the hill in Trinidad. A steep hill I run down, and I'm sleeping on the wharf in South, which is the market, fish market. Spending night down and gear up. When I gear up, I was like, had no slippers on. I don't know, like the putting a pants on, man, a jersey. Because I was naked and I'm knocking out in the ambulance. I know they put on clothes on me, pull up a pants on me, and throw on a jersey on me. But when I wake up, I see that clothes on me. So on that, getting up in the market, when I get up in the market, I started to walk up High Street in South Africa. That's like the tongue in South. So I asking everybody now for like money to reach at home, like for $5, $10, and while walking up, it's like I'm feeling like different. I feel like the presence of the Lord. I was like, the Lord showing me like, nobody don't cares. Nobody don't care about, to have that love for sharing, nobody that love for caring. It's just a wicked and adulterous nation and people and heathens and all these things. So while walking through, I realized that, I ain't get no money. And I reach up quite up to the tip High Street where I got a car to reach down by my down close to my village. So while signing up there, I see a white wagon, with a jeep, but he had he has Shiva Chatans. He stopped and he asked me, what going on with you, Bridget? I be a fit, I looking, like a piper, you could say, homeless are looking like. And the man asked me, where you going? I was like, well, yeah, I going down in the village. But under that, I was still under the sleeping, the injection they gave me to sleep. I was still fighting it off. So I was like, trying to stay up. My heart was feeling like it pumping a lot. It's feeling like I feeling faint, feeling weak. So the man told me, jump in your car, I'll drop you back home. So I was like, hey, thanks, I started blaspheme. I started letting him know like, I own a boat, and then my cousin fall out, and I end up drop out by the wharf, and I had real money home, and when I reach home, I got pay and all these things. So the man's like, no problem. I go drop you home. The man pick up no other passengers. The man was just, he destination was to drop me straight home. So in between driving, getting, I was like jumping asleep, up, waking up, and like, when I wake up, I get in correct direction where to go, and I was knocking back out. And when I reach back home now, right? They realize that because the man actually dropped me back straight to my uncle and paying the man. But to me, I always say that is not normal. Never see that man no time again, no ever. No. Since that, about going to 7 or 8, I never see that man walking taxi. Went up in so many times, never see the man again, never meet the man again. Never see car like that. So when I reach home, I am knocked out for like 2 days. My same aunt come, she praying for me, this one praying for me. But to me, the Lord came, I'm getting an next vision, but I can't remember that one. But when I way back up, I was like real normal, no plague at the mind, no spiritual attack. But all I can remember, the Lord telling me, hey, go and wake up your brothers, go and tell my people that are coming. So, I didn't really pay it no mind. That was 2020, I think 2016. I didn't pay it no mind. Yeah, 2016. 2018 now, 2 years passed. I gone back selling drugs. Eve come back with the kids and start back to live normal and and walking in the sea and being a Jake in the world and forget about the Lord and the message we tell me. To me, it's like that chapter in my life. I did turn that page and tell myself, that was just demons. That was like spiritual sin, and I didn't really take it on serious. And the Lord now gave me, a time period where 2 years passed, and I had a cousin named Managan. He was in the truth, but pride destroy him. And I'm going against the elders, and get kicked out of the truth, but. He come in a day and let me know, hey, I find the truth. I find the Lord name and I find my cover heritage and so he started to break it down for me and it's like them time I'm not smoking weed and all this stuff. So I was like, amazed, like, this is what I was looking for. So I was searching for someone interesting. The song like the truth because I don't believe in that Jesus' name. So we started to bring on scriptures and the Bible and because I also always be reading the Bible and stuff. Going down into Revelation and cause I was a person like that going down into soon, but then now so I started go down into Revelation and break down in the YouTube and trying to figure out, when I was going through that 2 years, I was trying to figure out like, who to serve, like, because I was when I was getting locked up for the 4 months, I started to go to Muslim and so I was like, real confused. So I was like searching and seeking the Lord because I know like. The Lord want to do something for me. The Lord want to do something for me. The Lord tell me something. So that always beat my conscience. But it's like the world always like a portal, as I always say. It always pulling in you in a portal in a sense where you getting carried away in the world and just forget about the Lord. And that is spirit because I wasn't rooted and grounded at that time. I was just, in a sense that I had the fear of the Lord on me, but I was just doing what I had to do to see my family and work and then the lust of the flesh, smoking and going with other women and that's but I never had that spirit of adultery, I never had that spirit of the thief and all this stuff, and anytime I do these things, like I was had the fear of the Lord of me. So around at when I come back in the village where I was living. I end up getting that night I end up getting like a vision again, like a vision where the Lord telling me after my cousin come and show me the truth and all these things and big brother and the God come and check me during the week. He had to come every week, he come in 2 times for the week and it's like I started to understand everything and when I started to call upon the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, I started to get a dream because like, hey Lord, if this is the truth, show me a sign that this is the truth. So I got a dream at a time where the same man again who get kicked out of GMS, me and my Eve was in the dream and we was in this big warehouse and my 2 children was kidnapped by spirits on the left hand side and when he gave me the Bible now, I give me Eve and X Bible. I think 2 Bible he give us. And I give him Eve and the Bible. Like, I get spiritual powers. So I run and kick down the door. I was like, hey, with my kids. That was in a dream, man. But before I run in the building, I normally a man will be fair to running a building or where anything is where spiritual on the left hand side. But I call upon the Lord like, hey, how about Shimon Shai? And I get spiritual powers and I run and start run like flash and all this stuff. And when I wake up now, it's like, hey, I get a little show me the answer that that man can really bring the truth onto me, which represent the word, the Bible, in the dream, and and the word and the Lord was true. I got another dream when I was on an island alone and a spirit like a Hamite spirit on the left hand side, the whole body was painted like in ashes, white, and using the end of the island, and he was watching, looking at me, and I was like frightened, but I had a Lord name. So that woman dressed up with woman's apparel, I take her and I put her up higher, because I'm like, it was going in stages in the mountain, to go up in the mountain. So I put her higher up in the mountain, and white spirit come close to me, and like I mash my foot on the ground and I scream out, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and the spirit reached back quiet down to the end of the island. So that was the next confirmation that the Lord name was true. So there's when the journey start, in a sense where calling upon the Lord name, more spiritual attacks, where I start to see like spirits that attack me, start to get visions again, and start to see a legion, like actually a legion of spirit, like watch up in the sky and seeing like demons flying, like when these cowboy in Trinidad, which called by John Crew, these black scavengers, birds flying. So I was seeing these demons flying, all it was real terrifying, and with all that now, I was like getting plague in mind, and I have run my Eva again. I just get a spirit to I don't want my Eva around me, I don't want the train around me. If I'm more by work, I want too much in the details, so I don't make it short. And within that now, that was like 2018. But 2016, I get my first encounter from the Lord with the visions and stuff at the end of the world. And in 2016 is when he come back and give me his name. 2018, he come and give me back his name. And I was still smoking and I was in pain, it no mind. And he come and start giving me a beating, a spiritual attack again. And within that now, seeing after demons and I went through a lot where like spirits on people seeing it and like them seeing like something on me, and like there was bowing their head like frightened, and I feel like I had powers and all this stuff, and a lot of things was going on with me at that time. And it's like at night is when it come down well when the Lord really sent a lot of demons at me, and I wasn't myself, and I'm calling up the brothers, Nagal, Priest Kahan, and the same man don't get kicked out. And they come and I think I'm here, man, and the Godfather, I'm a one. And they come and they hold me down, and I was tired. They had me tied up. They had me tied up in the morning. And I remember, hey, first to show you how spirits are in the fancy, because I have a big mother's son, that was died, that was actually biggest son, well, in the world, they say that your brother, whatever it is. And he thinking that, like, but I ain't really too sure, but I'll just show you how Satan always in the midst. They hear them calling one of these soothsayers on him, one of these soothsayers, and he come now and take punching and spit it in my eye and taking a bush and beating me with the bush, but I had my tie now with the rope, sit down on that chair. So I was like, hey, what are you doing me this for? I never harm none of them, I never do nothing. Why you tying me up for? Why you tying me up tight? Why? And it's like all my family relatives, they watching me, like sit down, who's smoking weed, watching me, and I was like feeling like the same feel like when I sacrifice me, because when I get put to death. So I was like, hey, why are they doing me this for? So while they tying me up, and I just they sit down and I try to reason with them. This man come on and he like let's say I come and say, well, my brother's like, well, he's a Elamite. His father's a Elamite, but I'm my mother's son. So he was like, hey, the man come thing. So the man have a chain around it with some kind of symbol, come spitting rum in my eye, beating me with bush. They had me tie up like a candle, put the candle to the back, show a pair of them 5. Then the 5-point star, put a cross, throw me in it. But when he put me on the ground, because the ground I actually be back. That's why when I pants alone and the ground stink where it's mud and also a foul mess and it's just next to the drain. Like I listen to some drain and how me they like them want me to be like me know like they want more spirits to enter me. Me know what them was seeing, but I don't know what I was going through that time, but feeling that wasn't right. With the spirit that wasn't right. So I was like trying to hop out of that circle, hop out of the circle. I just show you the kind of level of witchcraft and the level of sorcery that on the face of the earth where they did all these things people practicing and doing. And they try to put me in that circle and I was like I beating out myself, I was tied up so behind my back and I was beating out myself out of the circle. And is that when I realized like I hear them saying like, hey, they're helping him. So I was like, cause I was like in my right mind, after I come and get, the spiritual attack the night, the time up early in the morning, and I catch up myself no more. So I was like, hey, what are you doing, man? And I left with me, and they was like still moving like under the plague of the mind, and so I end up realize that nah, they ain't getting through, they ain't keeping me in the circle. Then I'm taking me now and put me on the ground to lie down like on the house and I have my on the ground lie down flat. But it's a family history where that a book they read and there's offer up a sacrifice every some years, and because my mother I'm getting a attack same way and she am coming and dying, and she tie up and she am dying and my grandmother come and show me a lot of my family was not really going on and take show my grandmother because my grandmother they always asking she to come and read the book and play with them like change and fly and all these heights. And my grandmother was telling me she was never like that. She always believe in the Lord, and she telling me I certain run down and to watch myself and they always targeting me and it's like that she coming and telling me and I was like real confused and I was like trying to understand certain points. And so when I realized then that when my grandmother was telling me like it was like the Lord speaking to me, it's like, hey, only I alone could deliver you, only I alone for you. So within that, my mind now I took into that thing, Lord, well, sorry, I could do what I'm to do. I'm sorry for ignoring you, I'm sorry for ain't going and waking my brothers, I'm sorry, I could do what I'm to do, I'll do what I'm to do. So I was like running from the Lord, I was basically running from what the Lord told me to do. So when I remember back when the Lord was telling me, I was pleading to him, I was begging the Lord for forgiveness, I was repenting, I telling the Lord forgive me, I was calling upon you, how about Shemi Shy. So when the brothers them come now, more to the evening, the brothers them come, because whole day they're trying to witchcraft and they realizing that the Lord be with me, so it didn't work in, they ain't getting access to the space to come and control me, for them to put me. I know what they was going to do, but I know the Lord was protecting me, because I was seeing after demons and I was real calm. This time I was calm, I wasn't getting on aggressive like how I get on the first time I get spiritual attack and all these things and I'm getting going to hospital and I try to put me in Ward 1 and because the first attack I put in Ward 1 and all these things. There's a lot I don't know time I go down too much in that. And I've been on the ward in the hospital and in mad ward, whatever it is. But this time I was real calm because I had the Lord name and the brothers that must be with me. So that day when the brothers come and praying and calling upon the Lord name and all these things, it was like it was for me now to accept the truth, for me to know what was my purpose, for me to know now, well, hey, the Lord is really with me and this is my journey, this is my thing to do, to follow the Lord and take the Lord word serious and go and feed the sheep and go and wake up my brothers. So I wasn't really taking it serious. I was taking it time for 2 years and that when I wake up, the disciple still came, still had my tie up. The pain had me in a car tie up. When I reached the hospital now, they put me on a wheelchair and they put my tie up and handcuff me on one of the bed the hospital bed. I'm tied up and handcuffed. And I was still telling them, like, why they have treating me so? Why they moving so with me? So I usually feeling like, hey, they want to put me to death. Feeling like they feel like, that I wasn't really feeling any full on, just feeling like, oh, the Lord was going through for his prosecution. But I was feeling like how we like, they want to prosecute me when I get put to death. And a little fear was coming upon me, and I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot mentally, everything in mind. And is that when I ended up rushing me back to the same hospital. Ambulance and came to the same hospital. They inject me all this stuff because I was tied on. I couldn't move at them. I don't want an injection. They injecting me. And they gave me the same sleeping injection. And when I reached up in ward, in hospital, in the ward, I was lying down. And on that lying down, I ended up, I had no jersey on. That asked me, they said he done one who called it Suxia. He want to give me a black jersey. And it's smelling like death. Like it's smelling like that thing's on it now. Like the put spirit, or the enchantments on it. So I tell him, I don't want that jersey, keep that jersey. And then after I see him sort of laugh a certain type of way, like, Satan possess him. And I watch him like, I say, hey, Satan. So like, I started to talk to Satan, and Satan possess him. So Satan watching me and telling me, watch what I have here. Watch where he is. I say, me, watch what is. Now watch what I have here. You can't move. You sit down here and you can't even help yourself. Oh yeah, God helping you. Where is? Watch where he is. So I was like, nah. I said, I laugh. I said, boy, you can't catch me, boy. He with me. I sure he gonna deliver me from this. And after that now, it's like Satan jump off my mother's son, my big brother, and he said talk like normal, like he said tell me like I never was a plague in mind or a glitch between the realm or whatever it was. But he said I move like boy pony Jersey, the answer talk about normal. So I was like, wait now. I know to proceed and this now then I said, one if you have spirit on your left hand side or what? But to me it was feeling like that kind of level, like a spirit on your left hand side. I can't say Satan, a spirit on your left hand side. But to me I was feeling like it was Satan because the power was the whole room like it freeze and like when he was talking, like I was just like focused on him. But I won't say it was Satan because and my mind was telling me it was that, but I don't want to say it was that, so I was just on the left hand side. And I ended up in the hospital in South when so I had no Jersey and stuff, and I ended up taking one of the, when somebody dead is pull the white sheet over them. I ended up taking one of the white sheet, I didn't take the Jersey from my mother's son, my big brother, I didn't take the Jersey from him. So I lie down and I pull the sheet over me and I call cold the night and I kept morning. So when I get up in the morning now, I just pull over the white sheet over me. Everybody scream because everybody thinking I done dead. It's like I dead person lying down there and the cover the body. So when I raise up the white cloth from the hospital now and I fly up, the doctor everybody come and he say, hey, dead people is cover the sort of thing. So I was like, wait, why you doing here? Why you doing here? I good, why you doing over here thing? It's like, who you know with you, with this money? I said, me know with it. They just tie me up and put me here. I don't know, I can't understand what's going on. So it's like I come back to my right mind. But I know I had a feeling inside me that the word with the brothers them bring, Brother God and Priest Kahana and Managan who the Lord, the Lord put a spirit, a seducing spirit on them and they get kicked out. I believe that, hey, this is the truth. I believe the word of the Lord. I believe everything. And within that now, I was like, hey, I have a mission to do. I have a mission to go and preach. I don't go and start to preach the coming of the Lord. I go and preach the gospel of the Lord. So with that now, I was like, frightened now that they're going to put me back in that ward one and like my journey now start. I started to feel that power and all these things like, rushing through me. I was like, yeah, do what I have a shame and shy, And I end up cooking, I end up bouncing up on a woman who I had met for like 4 years back. And when she see me, she was like, hey, what you doing here? What you doing here? I was like, girl, me know now why them just tie me up and put me here, but I real good. I want call my Eve to let them know to come for me. I real good. So I end up getting the call. When I get the call now, I call my Eve and let me Eve know, hey, I real good. Pastor pick up my brother, my next brother, my blood brother, my same father, same mother. I say, call him. Pastor Africa, my brother Joel, and or they come for me and see if they give me to come out of this hospital, so they ain't put me in the mad ward to give me no injection or no tablet. I want to come out of here. I have a mission to do how to do the Lord works. And she one time tell she brother, and she and my next brother come down, and it's like Elamite now walk up to me and start check up on me now and ask me, hey, you're right. The lemon knows that. All right. We're going on with you. Know we had to put you in mad ward 1, and this and that. But the woman who gave me the call now, she come up to me, she was talking to me and telling me, hey, we doing here? You supposed to be waking up our people. Cause I blame she know. I say, hey, I call upon you how about she shy. I say, hey, you have about she put me through this test. And she like, hey, that was going on. You now wake up. You now wake up. So I was like, what she saying? And she like, you now wake up. And she like, hey, this is to be going on morning people go and wake up their brothers and them. So the same thing the Lord tell me is like what she telling me, from the vision, and it's like confirmation, and somebody didn't know the confirmation and all that time, any numbers and all these things. But so it was like it rang my bell. I was like, yeah, I had to go and preach. I had to go and preach and I had to go and spread the word. And she not, but she had a play where she mother was one of the head nurse. So she tell her, the woman who was writing up now, she said, no, squash that. And same time when she was squashing it now, and she had to let the woman know, well, nah, I real good. It's either my evil with my brother, and the doctor pull him out one evil once and I'll let you know, well, if he's sick, he had to stay for like 2-3 days until Wednesday, and she wasn't like going in with it now, because she wanted to make sure I'm good. But the woman was like, nah, he good. So she put the Israelite friend who I didn't know for some years, and I'm meeting she going them bus lime to the beach. But she was one of the one who had covered, and she was smoking weed and all this stuff. But she had that kind of vibes on she, like I kind of playing that kind of righteous role in a sense, but wicked. But she have a zeal now, in a sense, smoking weed and had a sex spirit on she and but she have a zeal. And that you see woman and I meet him and she was like pulling my Eve once and she like, hey, do let you go back in our ward, But when I was getting that spiritual attack out, like I was hearing like further, I was seeing further, I was feeling like, when the presence of the Lord come upon me, I feel like powers, like, powers, basically, powers, I could actually feeling like, the world was coming to put me to death, like everybody wanted to put me to death. So I didn't trust nobody at all. So at that time when she started to talk to me, Eve, I started to realize, like, to myself, I started to cry. I started to cry. So my brother knows how I started to cry too. So I started to let him know, I say, wait, but my journey don't start. And with that now, when the Israelite sistering, well, the woman was talking to my Eve, and she don't sign up and who I tell it to do, he will get released the same day. So within that now, the woman ain't write me up anymore. To what I have a shimmer shine, I end up getting to go, and I'm getting to come to this hospital. They release me, and she have telling me before I go, hey, go and do the Lord tell you to do. Do the Lord tell you to do. I wake up with people and so I was like, very motivated in a sense where to go and preach you. I was excited when my mission now start. So I never went back home in my village. I never go to my mother-in-law. And the guy was living a little distance away, the head brother for our camp. And he called and tell me, hey, I call him, I say, hey, I never, the Lord deliver me. I my mother-in-law here into Napuna, am I right? Tuesday, I think that was the Tuesday that I'm reaching, coming out of the hospital. So the Tuesday, he tell me, hey, right, well, you organize yourself Tuesday to come and preach. So I was like, yeah. But still I had that spirit of smoking, and I was still feeling like, I didn't smoke at the time exactly, but I was feeling that smoking vibe still on me, and I was like pulling on the low, and the brother told me, hey, come, you pass for your soul. I didn't smoke no weed and nothing like that as yet, but the Wednesday I now roll up a weed, and I roll the weed, and I was saying I'm to go and smoke the weed, but I forget that he telling me, he coming for me the evening, and then after I started to feel like, the saying of the Lord when you tell me to go and wake up my brothers and, you know, all the warning and thing, like, I sort of feel like back comfortable in the world now for these like little 2 years. I wasn't like, you know, feeling that presence of fear and all these things, and because I started to feel normal. So it's actually demons and started to attack and all this stuff. And I was like saying, no, and just so I see like the wagon coming, because I know the car. I see the wagon coming, so I hide the weed. And he tell me, you ready? I say, yeah, when you're ready, I can organize one time. So I go and get my Bible and I pack up everything and I walk and I jump in the car. They came up on the highways and byways, and I was like still under the tie-up hand and the tie-up foot. I was still feeling like my blood wasn't pumping, so my foot was feeling weak. I was feeling like cramps. So they pull that chair and have me sit down. So I watching what they was doing and watching how they break it on the Bible, and I was like amazed. I was amazed and right there, and then I was sitting down and I was like, the Lord come to my life, man, know through the Spirit is like, hey, this way we here, we belong. You know, so this precept, you know, come to me. You know, this precept here, see if I get it fast in the book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah 1 and 5, it say, after from verse 4, it said, then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in thy belly, I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctify thee and ordain thee a prophet unto the nations. So is that when I believe that this is the truth? Is that when I believe that, you know, the Lord, you know, take me from among men and from the world to be his mouthpiece, his saint, you know, his prophet. So from that day, you know, I went through a little I take a little time of fighting with the demon and smoking. So that was about when December month when the God take me out to start preaching and all this stuff. So I think it was the third banging or the second, about the third or fourth banging. Coming to the end of the year, and the God say, you know, my brother and God, we say we're going to a beach house and relax away from the pagan holiday and from families and all the foes and whatever. So we went and we spent 3 days, and when I came back home, I was still smoking hemp. You know, I didn't smoke the weed, I was smoking hemp. And usually man again he was there in truth longer than me. And he was still hiding and smoking. But the God always saying when they're ready and the Lord really pull up on them or your thing is on the own time and they go stop smoke. But it's not good to smoke. The God always telling it's not good to smoke at what they're smoking, and he was pulling up on me on that. But had an idea he always doing to himself that we would not stop it. You know, so you never pressure us. And that is he the pressure us in a sense where when we know coming in truth, you know, and he's a man, you know, slow to he's always get that in a sense he was slow to get the correction in a sense, he was slow in a sense to pull up on you, but when he pulling up on you very, very stern and you know, serious rebuke. And he had to take a rebuke and respect it and respect the elder and fear the Lord and you know, and take a correction. So the elder now always telling me, you know, saying and telling me, you know, the Lord way of smoking, do the 5 Lord verse. So, you know, he brings some precepts in 1 Corinthians, I think 6 and 19, for your body. Your body is not of yours, but of Yahweh Bashim Shai, for the holy temple. The temple with the Holy Spirit is enter and keep a vessel clean and all this stuff. So, you know, I was taking a team, but you know, still, you know, the flesh fighting against the flesh, like the scripture say, the flesh and the spirit is enmity to one another, and you're wrestling against the flesh. And when I reach back home, is that when my journey did start, where I did fully know to myself that, hey, this why is this here I belong and this truth. And so when I reach back home from the vacation, the 3 days vacation, well, the beach house with the brothers and them, I think on 3 or 4 days, I was cleaning up the house. I was feeling like I was very light and stuff. I was cleaning up the house and making sure my room in order, and you know, and Eve was in that same spirit with me, you know. She was, you know, calling upon the Lord, have her head covered, and she was in the spirit, and you know, she gave up smoking. She was the first one who really give up smoking. She said, well, no, I didn't think she was still smoking too. And it's when my daughter ended up running in front of the yard. She just dropped down. One of my twins just dropped down. And when she dropped down, when I pick her up. So when I pick her up now, she wasn't breathing. I roll up in she head. And then when I hold she up now, it's like, I hear the voice of the Lord saying, hey, I don't want you smoking. Otherwise I will make you moon. I will take on your loved one from me. In a sense, I was feeling that presence like the Lord. I was feeling to myself like the Lord telling me, if he is in stop smoke and clean your vessel and I will take your loved one from me. And he knew why I went through with my last daughter, because she got caught up in the incubator, and it was a real struggle. And the Lord through the Spirit of power about she ended up growing up to be a beautiful young lady, and you call upon your how about she getting dreams about your how about she. But the Lord showed me that same day that is that I make a choice. Is that I stop smoke and call upon the name and serve him and be a saint, or go back to the world or moon. I can't say go back to the world. He really tell me he can make my moon and show me that hey, he is all powerful. So I say to my mind now, I was like, Lord, Salakia. I was like, hey, sorry, Lord. I'm not gonna smoke again. So I was like, right there and then I can owe to the Lord. And same time when the Lord tell me like I hear a voice say, hey, blow breath into your daughter, blow her breath into she. So I hold her, I face the east. I walk outside the house, I face the east, and I hold she. So she was small, so I hold, and she like this here, and I blow the breath. I blow, and I blow. It's like my lip come down and I bursting her lip and blood, and I running down to inside of she mouth to all she teeth, and she has catch back like she breath. And she opened back she eye. So it's like within all of this, like a split of a second, like I was in a trance. Because what it happened is like the Lord dealing with me, connecting and talking to my life, and know, hey, I don't want you smoking. Otherwise I will take your loved one from you and make you moon. And I do it, and I was like, Lord, I make an oath with you, I'm not gonna smoke anymore. I'm not gonna put no cigarette in my mouth, I'm not gonna smoke, I'm not gonna defile my vessel. Because that's what I witchcraft. And from there and then I stopped smoke. I started my Eve stopped smoke, started go out and preach every and that was 2020 going to 2019. Going to 2019 or 20 going to 2019. It began at 2019. And within right there and then, started I was so much 14 command. Because it was just four of us. Nagad, Priest Kahan, Managan, and me. And from there, just four of us. The camp come and multiply. With one of my brother, one of my cousin in the world, and I bring the truth onto him. He grab the truth one time I run with it. Yakal, then he already done. He and all to grab the truth and run with it. Then we see brother Yassad come in, and you see brother in the Rachel on the highways, and all these seen brothers coming and was interested in seeing the dreams and the testimony of brothers, and seeing that how the Lord will put me through that plague of the mind and have me call upon his name and never get that plague of the mind, because I get 2 years apart, going on 5 years and more in the truth, and never get I get spiritual attack in a sense where I try to hold me down, and I was like more powerful than them in a sense. When I try to hold them down, I brushing them off like nothing. It happened to me 2-3 times, but I seen things and knowing, like seeing spirits and people and all these things, and I was like, I really relax. I didn't fear them, I didn't feel that spirit of fear on me. And it's like the knowledge really loads of the game through the elders and the apostles going down through the breakdowns and the understanding, and and meeting other brothers from the other camps in Trinidad and the experience, and all what they went through. But the plague of the mind was one of the dreadest one we ever went through. I could say thousands of demons, because that night where I see them coming by the thousands trying to enter the house, and I never run out of the house. And sort of see a lot of people, a lot of spirits and a lot of things. I don't even go down too much in it, but the whole point was the Lord ordained me. The Lord, the scripture say, a man's footstep is not of he going, but of the Lord. So all why I do and try to run and try to turn and twist, and the more I try to hide and do whatever, the Lord bring me back straight into his sheepfold, to come and prophesy, being his mouthpiece. So it was a Yapa thing to take in like a Zach video when he was talking about, when he was going through his plague of the mind. And so it was like a similar, testimony, a similar, way where the Lord gave him his name and wake him up and hammer in truth up to this day, being the third in command after Nagad, Kahan, well, it's me and then there's our brothers, and I never showed us I never showed that spirit, being, the elder and puff up, and I always humble, I always, through the spirit and power of Hashim Shy, through the understanding of the Lord. The most important thing that, we love the brotherhood, because all of us going through our trials, everybody have a different day, all of us striving for the truth until death. So it was a Yapa thing, a Yapa thing where I went through and get the Lord's name and started preaching from there, continuing the spirit of Yahweh, prophesying, the downfall of Esau, Edom, warning two-thirds of our people, if you repent, the Lord is going to destroy. Only the, they sack it as it was a new song. So we know that song, and that spiritual power, what the Lord dealing with you directly, the Lord will deal with us directly. When we call upon the Lord is going to deliver us. We believe in Yahweh Shimon Shai. He exists, in the name of Yahweh Shai. He's our deliverer, our savior. He is going to deliver us. He's going to save us. He is going to stretch out his right hand and deliver us from all hell when they start to break loose. The Lord is going to send his angels to defend us. So it will be a Yapa thing, a Yapa day, to get delivered by Yahweh Shimon Shai, but always have the fear of the Lord. Always have confidence, always have your faith boost up, because this world is just spirits on your left hand side to try all these obstacles, Eve, your foes, the enemy, because we know the enemy, them every day, them working their enchantments, sending their spirits, the hierarchy of demons. So the more you grow in the truth, the more demons on a high level coming and attacking you. The more difficult obstacles coming your way, financial obstacle, it will be a play, a thorn in the flesh, wherever it is. Strive for the truth until death. Do what you came here to do. The Lord ordained you to be a prophet. Prophesy. Feed the Lord's sheep. As the apostles say, the Lord was in the temple preaching daily. We had to be in the same spirit of doing our videos daily. When we with brothers do our videos, whether it is through the spirit and power of Hashim or Shai, feed the Lord's sheep, wake up the elect, wake up our brothers, and let we get delivered out of this place. Because we know for the end of Esau kingdom is beginning of Jacob that follow it. So, we want to continue being the spirit. We want to continue pushing the word of the Lord. Focus on our mission, setting our affections on things above, which is the kingdom of heaven, and hopefully being a part of the Lord's elect, we make it out. I can. Right. So who's testimony was can. Yeah. Hope this testimony was to give brothers that motivation to believe that the Lord is with us, the Lord is the truth, and we continue being in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, shy fear the Lord, because all the way Lord will let us go through. It's just that is just shaping us up for the kingdom of heaven what we're going through right now, because the Lord is making us king on the earth, as we representing the kingdom of heaven within us, the brotherhood, so let our lights shine so bright in this wicked and adulterous place we're run by the wicked. We continue being in spirit, in order, discipline under the elders, and the apostles of Great Millstone. So Hubert's testimony was, I didn't bring out too much precepts really, but just to bring it out to show you that whatever hole or whatever position you're in, the Lord is going to deliver you. The Lord is going to deliver you, and hopefully, we make it out to the end. We strive for the truth until death. So with that, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salvation to the Akapuchin students inside, to the four corners of the earth, to the few aquats who listen and learn, being obedient to the husband. The brother Howard once again, bring out testimony how I end up in this truth, and how the Lord still have many truth and prophesying the downfall of Esau Edom, and within the elect to the wedding and cursing out 2/3 because they just said right. So with that, shalom, shalom, shalom.